Today, let's make a soda can sleeve. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and using 11.5 by 4.5 inches of cotton fabric, we are making a soda can sleeve. You're also going to want some batting in the exact same measurement, so 2 pieces of cotton in that 11.5 by 4.5, and then 1 piece of batting that's 11.5 by 4.5. Now I am using the Insulbright battings just so that it has a little more insulation. You don't have to do that though. So now to get things started, I'm going to match with right sides together my fabric and then just place the batting underneath and then pin all of this up. So as you can see, I just went through, pinned everything together. Those 2 pieces of cotton fabric have the right sides together, and then I'm leaving a gap on one of these short edges. So I'm going to denote that with those double pins, but I'm just going to take a seam all through all 4 edges, leaving around a 2 to 3 inch gap on one of those short edges. And this is going to be the main step in creating our little sleeve. So I'm just going to go over to my sewing machine. I used around a 1/2 inch seam allowance for this. You could do a 1/4 of an inch to 1.5 inch seam allowance. And then when I get down to any of the corners, I'm going to pivot my fabric and then continue on my way sewing. So at the end of this, you should have sewn up all the way around your rectangle, but leaving that 2 inch gap at one of the short edges. So here is what it looks like. Everything looks good on it. So now I'm just going to go through and trim some of this extra batting. It, with this batting, it can be a little bit tricky when it comes to turning it right side out if you have a lot of extra. So we just want to reduce the bulk. So as you can see, I'm just going through trimming some of this up. I am not going to cut into the seam in any way. So we're just kind of cutting at some of those corners to reduce the extra batting, but not cutting into the seam itself. And then I'm just going to be turning this right side out. Now my fabric, it had this little like silver design on it that's a little sticky when it touches other pieces of fabric with the silver. Normally this would be a very easy item to turn through. If you have any difficulties turning it right side out, you could definitely use a turning tool, a pencil, a pen, especially when it comes to those corners. Turning tools can be really helpful, or you can just use your fingers like I'm doing here. Now that it's all turned right side out, I'm going to go ahead and press this. Like I said, that silver on mine is a little bit more of a design, so I'm just going to use a pressing cloth to be sure that I don't burn it. But if you're just using regular cotton, you won't have that issue. So now I'm going to go through using my iron, just kind of pressing this out so it's nice and flat and smooth. And then for that one portion that we had left the gap, I'm just going to pin this closed. So pushing the raw edges of the fabric into the sleeve itself. And then I'm going to take a top stitch all the way around. So a top stitch is where we're going to be sewing around 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, just all the way around, making sure it looks nice and neat. And then this will also close that gap for us. So it kind of provides 2 different touches in one step. So closing your gap as well as providing a nice finishing touch. Now, this can be a little thick, so if you have any issues with your sewing machine, the presser foot, you could always put a piece of cardboard behind the presser foot to get the seam started. So here is what my sleeve looks like. Believe it or not, we're actually done sewing at this point. It's a very, very fast make. So I have a soda can here, and I am just going to mark now where I want my snaps to go. Now I'm going to add 2 snaps, one at the top and one at the bottom. So I'm just getting some chalk and I'm just going to mark where I want those snaps to be located on my sleeve. Now for the snaps itself, you could use metal snaps, you could use plastic snaps. I know some people also use like sew and Velcro if you want to give it more kind of flexibility. For mine, I am going to be using plastic snaps as that's what I have on hand. So the way the plastic snaps work is that you have this almost like push pin looking piece, and then you have male and female connectors, and then you have a little tool that helps secure it together. Now I had gotten this kit off Amazon. I've used it for a lot of different projects, so I already have it on hand. Like I said though, you don't need to go out and buy like a whole kit. If you just wanted to use, like if you have metal snaps available, you could do that. Or you could also, like I said, use Velcro. It really just depends on what you have on hand. I like these little plastic snaps though, since I already had them. They're not too hard to install. One of my biggest pieces of advice though, if you're using the plastic snaps, is cut a little bit into your fabric where you want it to go. That way when you push that little like pin through, it's easier to get through the fabric and the batting. It's just going to give you a little bit more flexibility. And then I'm just going to be putting, and so in this case, the male connector on, and then I am just going to use the tool to secure this in place. This kit also came with instructions, so if you have one of these kits, it'll have instructions for the snaps for you. So here is what my sleeve looks like. So I'm going to take my little soda can and then just add the sleeve on. So it's just going to snap in place. It feels really nice, and then it also helps so if you're at like a barbecue or some sort of party, you won't have like the condensation from the can getting on your hand, and it'll help keep your can a little bit colder. These also can just be thrown in the wash, so really easy to clean. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.